yeah, it's here to stay. And I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free. Everybody watch, I'm doing me. Go ahead and look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. Yeah, I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone. I'm in my zone. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I woke up today, feeling brand new, nothing in my way. Sun gon' shine, yeah, it's here to stay. And I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free. Everybody watch, I'm doing me. Go ahead and look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. Yeah, I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone.
I've been talking in my sleep. I'm running deep, training till dusk. I've been playing hard to beat. I feel the heat, it's never enough. I was waiting till the sky had fallen. Had my back till I could hear my calling. To the bottom, feel me in the drumming. To the flames, watch champions arise. The wind and destiny is calling. Like the fire, victory is falling.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Penguins Collective podcast. I am your host, Josh. As you can tell, we are missing someone tonight. Louie is still not feeling well. He seems to be getting worse than he is getting better. So he took tonight off, getting some rest. Hopefully, he is feeling better. I see that he's already busy in the chat. But Penguins fall tonight in overtime to the Carolina Panthers 4-3. I mean, it was a roller coaster type of game. At the beginning of the game, they threw out the stat that the Penguins haven't won in Carolina since 2018. So that was rough. The odds were not in our favor coming into the game, knowing that, and then just also the fact that Carolina's a good team and we are still a struggling team. Just things weren't going to be in our favor tonight. But I mean, we'll take the point. You know me, I'm the optimistic one. Pie in the sky, the best case scenario. We got a point. We broke the tiebreaker with Ottawa, and I think Columbus snuck in there, by the way, with 40 points. So they're there now. However, we now have 41, so I believe we take that tiebreaker, and I don't think either of those teams played, but I could be wrong. But we'll get into it. We'll get into your chats. We'll get into the breakdown of the goals in the game. Look forward to next game and all of that. Much more. It won't be a long one. It'll be a quick one because I'm sure, as Louie is probably already pre-gaming. Actually, the first quarter has already started. The Vikings are playing tonight, so got to see if they lock up the NFC Championship game. But we'll get into it all and more. Welcome to the show.
It's Crosby. Crosby on Trinity shot.
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me?
We're a collective.
All right, guys. Welcome back to the episode. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in the chat. Again, the Penguins lose to the Hurricanes 4-3 in overtime. We'll start with some of the chat. Hey, AB. Hey, AB. Good game. Did I say Carolina Panthers? Oh, if I said that, my apologies. Carolina Hurricanes. But that was a tough game. Louie already in the chat saying, terrible. How do you again drop a 2-0 lead? We'll get into that. But I mean, it was rough. It was rough. Luke, I'm sorry. The whole thing was for Louie's reaction. I know. I saw your earlier chat about the Vikings going to lose. So you'll have to dog them, either text or message, however you communicate with them. And Brandon, thank you for confirming Lightning is the only game that is on currently. So appreciate that. But Penguins come in to Carolina, Raleigh, again, not having a victory in Raleigh since 2018. So that is rough. Penguins came out great. It looked like they had a lot of energy. Kind of felt like maybe they were just upset about the Carolina Panthers game and how that ended and how we weren't able to come away with that win. And they just came out strong. I like the way they played. They were aggressive. They were passing the puck, getting shots. I mean, they weren't technically shots on goal, but they had a lot of chances. Early in the first, and then boom, once the shots on goal took place, we got 2 goals in 3 shots. So it's the way that things gotta go. I appreciate the way that they came out and the energy, but they got the 2 goals. That was great, and then they let Carolina back into it at the end of the first period. You can see that the momentum was there for the Carolina Hurricanes going into the intermission. And I was hoping that they would have come out with the Penguins would have came out with the same type of energy that they did with the first period, but they didn't. they let Carolina dictate the entire period. That entire period was essentially a practice scrimmage for the Carolina Hurricanes. They moved that puck around us like like they had it on a string. Like we were essentially the JV team just there for a quick and easy conditioning scrimmage for the Hurricanes. So that sucked a lot watching that second period. I hated it. Just bad mistakes, stupid penalties, just everything that you think of just took place in that second period. And they scored their 3 goals. And, it's just, that was super deflating. Like Louie said, like, how do you lose a 2-0 lead again? It just seems to be the theme, and another theme tonight was odd man rushes. Just, I don't know how much more this team is going to take of this nonsense. It's just super frustrating. But I mean, we're 41 games in now. This is the team. This is who it is. This is how they play. It's just is what it is. So we're going to ride the emotions of the roller coaster of being a fan of this team. And that's where the nature of the beast is. This team will have high highs and low lows, and then there'll be everything in between. And this game was a summary of exactly that, which gets your heart rate going. It gets going. I thought outside of the second period, I thought tonight's game was really, really good. The first period, third period, they had energy. They were moving the puck. They were able to get chances. First period, they were capitalizing on the chances. And then, the third period, finally breaking through again. It seemed like, all the luck was in the first period. Then I don't know if you noticed, Tokarski, I think is how you pronounce his name. He changed his helmet. And he was practically undefeated, like impossible to get by after he made that change. So do with that as you will. I mean, I'm a superstitious guy. I felt like I jinxed us. AB was tweeting during the game that the game was over, and I responded, "Nah, there's still a whole game." Why did I say anything? I should have just kept my mouth shut. And sure enough, his Carolina Hurricanes came back and beat us. So I shouldn't have said anything. Should have just, who knows? Maybe we would have won in a landslide. But it's hard. It was hard to watch the second period. I just don't understand how you can go into a period with a 2-0 lead and then come out and just act as if we're just going to play defense on a great team like the Carolina Hurricanes that have so much firepower. I shouldn't say they have firepower, but they are so skilled. They have Sebastian Aho, they have that Netchus guy. They have guys, but it just like they don't have the elite guys that like some other teams have. But they have the depth, and that's something that Carolina always has. And they have the depth that can score. And I don't understand how we just let them dictate the entire period. Not even just for half. If it was just for half, it'd be like, okay, you kind of just retreated into your defensive mode. Get it, that happens. But then it just, the whole period, it was annoying. However, that third period, we looked better, came out, looked a lot like we did in the first period. And then, I think it was about halfway through, about 2/3 of the way through, Erik Karlsson with a wicked one-timer rocket. I saw the Penguins Twitter put out there, absolute rocket. It was like a laser, top shelf, left side of the left circle. It was just, that's the Erik Karlsson that we need. He had that great assist in the first period. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on whose goal it was, but he had a nice play that led to an assist on an earlier goal in the game, and then he had that one-timer goal. He's got 9 points in 9 games. He is starting to finally feel himself in this game, in this season. And that's what we need from him. 3-time Norris Trophy winner, paying him a lot of money, traded for him with a lot of assets. This is the Erik Karlsson that we need going forward. And quite frankly, we've talked about it on the podcast numerous times. We only go as far as the core is going to take us. And yes, the core is essentially Crosby, Malkin, and Letang, but it also, for the last season and a half, it includes Erik Karlsson, because you invested all that asset, all that capital into him. You know, he's essentially part of the core now. So we only go as far as those guys take us. And the top line has been carrying us throughout the entire season. And Erik Karlsson is finally stepping into his own. Now, if Letang and Malkin can start stepping up a little bit, I get it. Letang was just out. Great to have him back. However, now that he's getting real-time conditioning, real game-time conditioning, hopefully he'll get back into his groove, because he was playing well right before his injury, starting to produce in terms of points per game and all that. So as long as those guys can get into their rhythm, I'm hoping that we can bounce back. Because like I said, these last episode, these like next 2-3 weeks of games where we just have a crazy January of like every other day is a game, you know, you really have to start pumping out points here. Now, 2 points in 2 games, you know, I guess we'll take it against the defending Stanley Cup champions in the Florida Panthers, and then tonight against the Carolina Hurricanes, who are third in the Metro. We'll take it, I guess. So, but we gotta start finishing games, finishing teams. We had a 2-0 lead. You know, we shouldn't have let them dictated the entire second period like that. I don't know who that falls on. I saw on Twitter, some were blaming Sullivan, others were blaming just the players and how they were playing. You know, I don't know. I don't know who you blame for that second period, but things need to change. That can't be happening. I've said it numerous times. I don't understand why we just can't get the mentality of just finishing and burying teams. You have a 2-0 lead, great. You know what's even better than a 2-0 lead? A 4-0 lead. So keep going. Don't stop. I don't care if you're tired. Like, everyone is tired. That's just the nature of the NHL. Like, Carolina's coming off of a back-to-back. Like, why aren't we capitalizing on that? Same thing with the Florida game last time. They were coming back from they were in the second half of a back-to-back. Just when you have the lead, just finish it. And I understand it's hard. You know, you're playing against other elite athletes and extremely skilled hockey players, but I don't know. It's just something that I've gone on a few rants on the podcast. So, you know, Louie in the chat, play 60 minutes. Exactly. That's it. That's what he's been saying all season. And that's the biggest bugaboo of the team, is not playing 60 minutes, not, you know, finishing the game, essentially. It usually is the third period for us. That's our MO. We have the lead going into the third, and then the third is when our collapse takes place. This time it was the second period, and we kind of bounced back, but too little, too late. We weren't able to capitalize. And one of the reasons why we weren't able to capitalize is the power play. Louie brought it up last game. I thought they looked good last game, even though they weren't able to capitalize. But tonight they look bad. They look bad. A lot of it had to do with Carolina, though. Carolina's penalty kill, that was very stifling defense. That was really good defense. But it was just lackluster tonight. And I just wish that if, you know, coming into tonight, I saw in Discord, Ethan put out there that we were tied for third in power play percentage. If that's the case, you know, it's crazy, because this team doesn't look like a top 3 power play unit all season. So I think a lot of it had to do with we scored a power play goal in 5 straight games. So I think that had a lot to do with it. However, I mean, tonight it wasn't working, and it would have been great if it did. So I did see Did the Pens win? Put a few quotes in the chat from post game. Oh, that was Brendan, got it, who mentioned about the Lightning game. But per Taylor Haas, per Did the Pens win? Per Alex Nedeljkovic, got beat clean 3 times. So he was critical of his own game tonight. I mean, yeah, but again, I'm always going to give goalies the benefit of the doubt because it's going to be practically impossible to expect perfection from them every game. For Alex Nedeljkovic, he's the backup, so it's when he's called upon, we need him to bring his A game because he's not the every game goalie, so we need him to, when he's called upon, to be the guy. So yeah, I agree, but at the same time, it's a good team. Like, you're going to get beat clean. That's just what happens. 3 times, yeah, that sucks. That probably shouldn't happen. But I appreciate the honesty. He seems to be the only real guy in the locker room, and when speaking to the media, he called out players in the beginning of I shouldn't say called out players, but called out the team in the beginning of the year. He's just an honest guy. He's bold. Last year, he wore the Myles Garrett jersey in the locker room, so he knows what he's doing. He's no fool. He knows what he's saying. Now, here's Mike Sullivan coming to the opposite side, not less inclined to put blame on Nedeljkovic. The goals they scored were good goals. Exactly. So that's exactly kind of what I was saying. They were good goals. Carolina's a good team, so their goals are going to be good goals. So it is what it is. The goalie's going to say is not going to give the goal scorer any type of credit. He's going to say that he should have stopped him, but at the outside looking in type view, they were good goals. That's just the what's going to happen against a team with Carolina. She also, Did the Pens win? Per Taylor Haas, also mentioned that she did not see any boot or crutches or anything like that for Phil Tomasino's injury. That's good because today Phil Tomasino was put on IR and was made diagnosed week to week with a lower body injury, which Louie called last game. He literally said lower body injury week to week, which if you watched the game, you saw the injury, you knew he was going to be out. That was a no-brainer type injury. So not surprised that he's out week to week. He's put on IR, which then brought Beauvillier back into the lineup. So technically we don't have any active scratched forwards. So with Letang coming back tonight, coming off of IR, that benched Graves. So then Graves and Shea are technically our scratches tonight. Now, technically, we brought this up last episode, Puljujarvi is still here in Pittsburgh. So he's not technically on Pittsburgh's roster to be scratched, but he is here. So we'll see how they handle that in the next coming days or however, because I don't know if they're going to want to ride with the only healthy scratches being 2 defensemen. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something done, but I don't know what. Do you send Pickering back down? Because, honestly, Pickering has been playing really well. I would hate to see that happen. Or is a move being made? Something being done here? Because what do you do with that? Because what happens, or do you just play the game of assuming everyone's going to remain healthy? And then you just, in the event something does happen, then that's when you respond. We'll see. I don't remember the last time we didn't have a healthy scratch forward. I wouldn't be surprised if it was literally just 2 weeks ago. Who knows? It's hard to keep track because of all the changes that Sullivan makes to the lineups every game. I shouldn't say every game, most games. So, but we'll take it we're glad to have Letang back. It's nice to have him back in the lineup to actually see some legitimate like skill on the defensive side, and it's nice. Hopefully, they can get the chemistry back with him and Grizzlick, and then you have Pedersen and Carlson, and then you have Pickering and POJ, which those two guys have been playing so well. Now, I think this is only the second game that they're playing together, but individually they've been playing really well. POJ, it's been a nice, breath of fresh air to see him playing well, because the last time we saw him in Pittsburgh before the end of last season, we were okay with him not coming back. And rightfully so. He did not play well last year. But I don't know if like going to the Blues was kind of like, okay, like a wake-up call, like, or not being offered, whatever happened in the offseason, if it was a wake-up call for him. But he's been playing well since coming over. Pickering has been playing well since being called up. Now, like to see the legs get moving here on the defense. Now, Louie has been calling for some sort of trade, some sort of movement to take place on the defensive side from Kyle Dubas in order to, kind of bolster that unit. But I don't know. I like it right now. So, I mean, I'll bring that up to Louie next episode. Love to see what his thoughts are of the defense. Because right now I feel like a lot of the issues lie on the bottom six, which I like our bottom six. I think I'm one of the few that does, but we gotta start producing. The top line cannot carry us. Malkin right now is not playing well enough. He's not playing up to his standard. He's not playing up to really anyone's standard. So now I get it. He's a name, so all eyes are on him. And we should be calling out other guys like Drew O'Connor, Beauvillier, Glass, Nieto, Achari. I mean, list goes on and on. I mean, we got a goal out of Hayes tonight. He's been playing well. Bunting got a goal. He's been playing well. Well, but the issue is the rest of the bottom six. What are they doing? How are they contributing? And I get it. They're doing the things that they are being assigned to do. Put pucks in deep, battle against the boards, pinch, forecheck, battle in front, like all the Mike Sullivanisms. Whatever you think, that's what they're doing. And that's great. But those don't put goals in the net, and you can't win a game without outscoring the opponent. So it would be awesome. It would be so cool if we just saw a 0-0 game, and then someone wins in overtime, however, a shootout, whatever. My son actually asked me that today. We were watching the first period of the game together, and he was like, has a game ever ended 0-0? And I told him, I can't think of a specific game, but I can imagine yes, because before we introduced shootouts, they were just ties. Like, this was like soccer. You win, lose, and then tie. So, I mean, I'm sure there was a game at some point in history that ended 0-0. Can't happen now, but needless to say, you need to score goals in order to win the game. And the bottom six is not doing enough of that yet. And I say yet as if it's like the first quarter of the season. We are past the halfway point officially, because 82 games in a season, this was the 41st game. This officially puts us over the halfway point, and we got to start seeing production from these guys. So we will take it. Louie with the stats update for us from the chat. No point for Sid. It's all right. One game. I think he's above. Louie, if you're still there, can you check? Is he currently point per game, or is he still behind? Because I know he was behind for a little bit, but then he went on, like, he kept having multiple point games. So I don't know if he's caught up or if he's like still trailing a little bit. But yeah, no point for Sid. We'll keep track on that now because he's got to get that record. He's got to get 20 seasons to pass Wayne Gretzky, point per game per season. So that will do it. It's a half hour. That was kind of my goal. Want to keep it short. But tonight's game, Penguins lose to the Hurricanes 4-3. I've been super conscious now because AB got in my head. Did I say Panthers in the beginning of this? I'll listen back. If I said Panthers, I'm sorry, but all episode I've been thinking Hurricanes. So Penguins fall to the Hurricanes 4-3. In overtime, Penguins get a point, so that will put us officially in the second wild card spot for now. We'll see when Ottawa and Columbus plays next. I do not have the Penguins calendar in front of me. Did the Pens win doing some legwork for me? I appreciate it. Can I bother you for the next game? Can that be possible? That would be amazing because I can't believe I forgot it. But I know it's Tuesday because we were playing every other game. So tomorrow, every other day. So tomorrow we'll be off, and then we'll have a game on Tuesday. And Louie in the chat, love it. Thank you. 42 points so far. So he's there. So no point tonight, but I'm sure there'll be another multi-point game for Crosby so he can kind of stay ahead of schedule. Did the Pens win? Like I said, doing some legwork for me. I appreciate it. I'm going to screenshot this for my son. I appreciate it. Which Louie, we got to talk. He wants to be on the show next week. I believe it's the Ottawa Senators game, the 4:00 one. So he wants to be on the episode after that game. But the most recent 0-0 tie in the NHL occurred on December 24th, 1942, between the Montreal Canadiens and the New York Rangers. That's wild that it was that long ago. Now, because I mean, we did have ties for quite a bit, so it is what it is. That's pretty sweet. 0-0 tie, 1942. Okay, I'm trying to screenshot my. All right, awesome. Great. Thank you for doing that. Appreciate that. My son will appreciate that. But yeah, next game is Tuesday. Sorry, I don't have the opponent, but we'll go live after that game. Hopefully, Louie will be feeling better so he can get on the episode for that night. And hopefully the Vikings win tonight so then he can actually go to sleep happy, because right now I'm sure he's grumpy that the Penguins lost in overtime to the Hurricanes. So hopefully they're pulling something out for him tonight to get the victory. But I don't know. I'm bad at transitions, except for last episode. I'm super proud of that transition. Don't know how to transition from here. We're just going to just straight up hard cut this into the outro. But I just want to thank you guys for hopping on, joining the chat. Louie, to save the day, Blue Jackets. We are playing the Blue Jackets on Tuesday. Blue Jackets on Tuesday, and they're sneaky in the wild card race now. So big game against the Blue Jackets. That will be huge. So appreciate that, Louie. Hopefully you're feeling better, and we will see you then. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate Louie. Did the Pens win? Helping me out in the chat tonight. Appreciate everyone else in the chat. Don't forget, we're trying to hit some mile markers here on our social medias. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers on YouTube, and that can't be done without you guys. Obviously, we appreciate you who are already subscribed, but there are some of you who are watching who aren't subscribed. So if you wouldn't mind, it's just a button right below somewhere in this area. I want to say in this area. Just hit subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. If you want to hit the notification bell, that'd be fantastic too. You'll get notified when we go live, get notified when we put up our weekly episodes, and then you can always be around and hop in the chat when we go live, and you can join us, be a part of the conversation. It's part of this show, collective. We want to be a unit. So join the show. Put something in the chat. we'll bring it up. We'll talk about it. There was more. I didn't get to everything, but again, I wanted to keep it light as I keep going on here. However, that will do it. Sorry. The goals. We're doing 100 for YouTube, and then we're doing 300 for Twitter. I think it's 300 for Twitter. So, like I said, can't do this without you guys. If you wouldn't mind just sharing the word, putting it out there, tell a friend, be a friend, tag us in stuff as you see Penguins, any type of news. Sometimes we're slow to it. We do have work and families we have to attend to. Sometimes we're a little late on some news. Appreciate the Discord. Don't forget to join that, discord.com/the Penguins Collective. They're always on top of it. They keep us posted as well when things kind of hit the news feed for the Penguins. And what are the other things I am missing? It depends when. 300. Thank you. Rogue. This is it. I knew I forgot something. Rogue Energy. This is our sponsor for this year. They've been fantastic to us. They've given us a link and a coupon code. So it's a double bonus for us. So rogueenergy.com/Pens Collective. Use code TPC10. You get 10% off your order. Every order. Okay. This isn't just a first time order coupon. This is in every order. That was one thing that was super huge because a lot of sponsors out there are only willing to give that coupon code for first order. But they gave us 10% for every order. Okay. So you can literally order 2 tubs, and after you order that using the TPC10, you can say, oh, but I forgot a shaker. Dang it. Well, guess what? You can go back in, use TPC code 10 again to get 10% off your shaker. And then you're all set to go. But then you can say, oh, you know what? But I love carbonated. Well, they have that too. You can go back in again, put it in your cart, TPC 10, another 10% off. 3 times 10% off each time. You can just do that every order. 6 months from now when you need to reorder, boom, TPC 10 again. Keep getting that discount code. It just helps us to keep this going and to try to make it better. We want to improve every year. We want to be better than the Penguins. Okay, we don't want to be consistent every year. We want to get better every year. So I think that will do it. That was my last little dig at the Penguins for tonight. Penguins, lastly, again, fall to the Carolina Hurricanes 4-3 in overtime. We will see you guys on Tuesday against the Columbus Blue Jackets. As always, let's go Penguins and let's go Vikings.
It's Crosby. Crosby on Kunitz and shot. Penguins win it!
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me?
We're a collective.
I'm in my zone. I woke up today, feeling brand new, nothing in my way. Sun gon' shine, yeah, it's here to stay. And I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free. Everybody watch, I'm doing me. Go ahead and look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing
We'll be right back.